After saying that,
What a time to inject.
Add to the story, bro.
No. He said, I'm gonna let him do the talk.
That was organic as fuck. That was beautiful. No, I'm from Toronto.
Oh,
Yeah,
you,
man.
and that's where you. I guess that's where you live in now.
No, I live out in. Well, I guess I live wherever now, but
Yeah. on road.
I lived in Toronto and I moved out to Owen Sound. Initially, when I moved out to Owen Sound, it was to find sobriety. So that's why I relocated to Owen Sound, cut myself off from my friends and my vices, especially with the little taste of fame I have with social media.
Wow. Okay.
It was easier to abstain from the lifestyle that I was living by moving myself to a place that I didn't have access. I mean, I guess I could have with LCBO and shit, but I chose not to because I didn't have the usual triggers around me, So.
I think that's definitely something we have to get into 100%.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100%. We got to get into that
It's
stuff.
just the beginning. And
Yeah, man.
Since we're already talking about it, maybe we should just talk about it.
Yeah.
I think we'll get there. At first, I got to big him up first, though.
Yeah, let's big you up first.
And I have to big you up. Why? Because this podcast has about this much clout. Me and Mike have about this much clout. You have this much clout. And the fact that no. Let me finish. The fact that you took your time to come out here to meet some guys that you barely even know says a lot about you and your character and what type of person you are. That means a lot, and it shows who you are. That's a big man move.
I appreciate that.
I think that's something that doesn't really happen in Toronto a lot, in the industry a lot. And I'm sure you've spoken about this. We've all spoken about this before. And the fact that you did that's big, man. It's really big.
Thanks, Troy. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, man. It's the Screwface Capital is not something that I want to, endorse and promote. That sort of stuck up. I don't want to work with these people. Just
What you've made is you're too good for anybody else.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't follow that mentality clearly, and I'll like I said, I'll never endorse that sort of behavior. So I mean, personally, you've been coming up on my timeline a lot recently, so the algorithm's working for you.
I've been hearing I'm hitting that the For You pages. You know what I mean? I've been hearing that.
Yeah, you working hard, right?
Then I hit some controversial stuff, and then and it puts you back down.
Yeah,
you
same.
just never know, right?
That's why I branched off.
Yeah,
I'm sick of fucking Instagram.
So tell the people kind of what's going on, because you've kind of talked about it a little bit on your platform, but this is your last stop, man. This is
it, baby. So
we doing it.
So let me take a look around in some of these cameras. So, I sold everything.
Go close to the mic too.
I sold everything. I sold all of my belongings. Took all of everything I didn't sell to Goodwill. Emptied my savings. Got rid of my beautiful apartment and my easy, I wouldn't say easy, but it was very picture perfect situation, I had cascading balconies in my, no, I'm not even joking. I had a balcony that had a balcony outside. Like I had the fucking place.
Yeah.
People came over and were like, damn, this is how you're living? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I gave it all up. I built a bus, rather. I found a bus. I built a bus with running water, high-speed internet, dual monitor, editing suite,
bro.
I put a 9-foot boa constrictor in the back. Yes, I have a boa in the
I'm gonna have to
bus.
see this after.
You got
For sure. I'll send you guys the B-roll.
Yeah.
I'll so you guys can.
Oh, so Starlink. You got the Starlink.
I got Starlink.
Bro. Okay,
it's
cool.
fast too.
Yeah.
I got running water. I got a 4-burner stove. I got all the things you need to survive.
Yeah.
You say, yo, Six, you have this in the bus? I got it in the bus. I got a sound system because I'm half black,
You got a game console.
I got PS5. I got PC. Nigga, I got it all. Okay, can we swear on this one?
Yeah, we can do it.
Nigga, I got
I
it
tried
all.
not to, but we can do it. We can do it.
It's YouTube. They allow a little bit.
the things that
Yeah,
is it.
I have to find
My Ovid still.
All right.
I really relate because I guess part of the reason you're leaving, correct me if I'm wrong, you're kind of bored of the cookie cutter stuff, like doing the same
Well,
thing day
This
after
is-
day.
This is the thing. In my sobriety, I've come to the realization I had an epiphany, like why the fuck am I sitting here paying bills and doing the same shit in front of the screen day in and day out? I work on the computer, so I'm constantly on the computer editing and sitting at my house.
Yeah.
And I've cut myself off from my vices, so I'm 3 hours away now
Yeah.
in front of a computer, So it's like, why?
Why? Yeah.
I have this beautiful apartment. All my friends live in the city, so I rarely get to show anybody like the fruits of my labor. So why do this? Why not move the screen around the world? If I can move the screen around the world, then I can really be anywhere. And at the moment that I had started feeling that way and feeling like, I dare say a little sense of resentment towards my situation. The moment I had started feeling that slight resentment, I saw this video on TikTok, and this guy's like, I live here. And he points at like this, quaint little van. He's got a gaming setup. He's got his pup, got a nice little bed, couple cabinets. And he's like, but I also live here. And he moves the camera like 30 degrees over. And the water is so fucking clean that you can see the reflection of the
Love it.
mountains
Love it.
and the trees. And he's on the beach. And it was like the most mind-blowingly beautiful scenario. And his pup just runs out the bus, and she's like just living life, and he's just high-speed internet, just living.
Yeah.
For me, like that's like the best part of social media.
Yeah.
Seeing just how like big the world is and what's really out there. Or else we get like complacent to like living in Toronto
That's
and seeing
right.
the city and doing the same things every day, right?
And I
like,
got tired of that complacency.
Yeah.
And the moment I saw that video and I saw that,
Just kind of new.
the floodgates opened, and I just had this plan start formulating. And it was like, I'm not even joking. Like, I had this plan like just rush into me, and I was like, step by step, how to do this and how to do it correctly. And now, like, this is my
It's
last
happening.
stop, and I'm
happening.
out.
When one of our first podcasts, we talked about that, like just how limiting even just our languages.
yeah.
When we were talking about like English and how you think everybody speaks English, and it's not the most. It's not. What was it?
No, it was like
fifth or sixth
it's like
or something.
it's like
the most
only
common
10 or
language?
15% of the people in the world speak English.
So just imagine.
So what are we missing?
Sometimes there's like words that. Have you ever spoke to somebody from somewhere else and they're like, "Oh, we don't even have a word for that," or they say, "Oh, I don't know how you would say that in English because there's just not a way to say that thing." Like, so it's crazy to think of how much you miss just being stuck in the same place that you are, speaking only one language. Just we're very restricted to how much we can speak and what we can experience. So that's cool, man. That's cool as shit. I'm for it.
It's
I'm
cool to
for
be
it.
inspired and
I
just
endorse.
grasp the concept of just how much we're missing, like how big the world actually is. I think we talked about it before. We're literally like a grain of salt on this earth, and the fact that you're gonna take your life and say, "No, I'm gonna go see some stuff."
Yeah.
Forget this, bro. Like, there's way more out there, and whatever you're gonna see is still only like
It's just like
nothing.
another grain of salt.
another grain of
yeah.
salt, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that you're taking that, you're brave enough to take that step, because I think a lot of people see those videos and they wish they could do that, but
And
they don't have the
that's
courage.
what I keep hearing. Man, I wish I could do this, and I wish I could do that. And like, it's nice to hear, but have you ever made a plan to do what the thing you're wishing is?
Yeah.
Like, make the fucking plan. Excuse me, sorry.
No, it's
No,
all
no,
good, man.
no,
Like,
no.
I swear,
What you're
I
saying
swear on
is
this stuff.
what you're saying is bang on.
Make the plan. Come up with, sit down and whiteboard it if you have to, brainstorm it, figure out the logistics, it's all the minimal shit, the little things that add up that make it the plan unobtainable. But it's obtainable if you just minimize,
back and-
scale back and do things in tiny little steps.
Just chisel away, just chip away
Exactly.
at it. Yeah,
Because
I get
next
you.
thing you know, you find yourself in a totally different position.
Yeah.
Where you're like, shit, all I need to really do are these two big things now. And I've
And
got
you're
it.
done.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. So
And was it something that you had thought about in the past, and then maybe you weren't ready? You're like, yo, that'd be cool to do. But now,
if you told me 2 years ago I was gonna live in a bus by the ocean, I would have told you you're high. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Just the way that my life happened to unfold in the past 2 years, and then that moment that hit me with the epiphany. I don't know. It's
okay. So
organic.
speaking of, so I was just going back and looking at your social media,